everyone, welcome to Minecraft world that I wanted to give an update on. It's something I've been doing off camera. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I was originally intending to have this as a Let's Play world and actually get to share the experience with y'all, but I've got some friends on here as well, so I spent a lot of time talking to them and then call with them. So I figured this would just be my little fun kind of thing. So just a quick overview of what's going on. So this is a 14.4 world, but it's modded. So, I mean, as you can see, I have a mini-map. I have the what am I looking at mod, so whenever I look at the block, it tells me what that block is. We also have this very interesting mod called Everything in a Book. Now, with Everything in a Book, you are able to... Oh, sorry, horsey. Try to spawn you there in the middle. Okay, so with Everything in a Book mod, you are able to pick up any mob, any block, including chests with the items still in them. So with that special ability of being able to basically pick up anything I so desired, especially the mobs, I decided that I was going to try to use that mod to my best advantage, and I'm going to make a zoo. So, it's going to be laid out. If we look at the mini-map here, you can see where I've been working on it now. It's still in the introductory, the beginning stages. I'm so kind of just starting this, but I want to go ahead and upload a video to showcase it and see where I've got so far. Excuse me. So, as you can see, we have these 4 sections. Each section is going to be a different theme. So currently, I am down here in the southwest section. That is going to be like a domesticated animal section, kind of like your petting zoo you'd find at most zoos. It's going to have the normal Minecraft mobs that we normally keep. The cows, the sheep, the pigs, the horses, stuff like that. The stuff we normally keep. I'm going to have the cats here too. And then if you look to the northwest section, the square right here, this is going to be our warmer climate animals. So we're going to have the pandas. We're going to have parrots. We're going to have some of the rabbits. I think I'm going to split the rabbits into 2 different sections depending on their colors. Just to have a little bit more pens because unfortunately we don't have mo creatures or anything. So we don't have a lot of animals to choose from. So this is just going to be, like I said, warmer climate stuff. And then on the northeast section, we actually have like half of a snowy biome in there. So I'm actually going to make this whole section the kind of colder region for the colder animals. We're going to have the polar bear and the foxes, the white foxes, the red foxes I think are going to be in this warmer climate one. We'll see. As I really start deciding where the pens are going and stuff, it's going to change. Let me actually go ahead and turn off some unneeded waypoints here, because there actually is some that I would like to have on, and that's all these orange guys right here. Because that will help when we're running around. These orange waypoints, they mark the corners. I didn't get them all. I'm so sorry, I should have done this beforehand. Maybe I accidentally deleted one because I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So yeah, that's gonna also, and so originally the zoo was only going to be as small as these orange, this was going to be the perimeter, the orange waypoints here. We're going to be actually the perimeter, the red lines are going to be the perimeter, but then I realized it's very, very small. So instead what I've decided to do is I'm going to have a path you can ride around on horseback, going through this section, but this is only about halfway, a little bit over halfway in. The border actually extends another 50 blocks. Now, the red markers and the bamboo, that's an approximate outline of the border. I don't know if it's going to get bigger than that. It might. as of right now, this is the space I'm looking at working with. So if I actually exit this now, we'll actually be able to see the beams that represent the borders of the zoo. Okay, so we're in the farmland section right now. This is just going to be a quick world tour. For the moment right now, I have the portal and the enchantment table set up here. This is temporary, but it's where they're at. Oh, and I wanted to show this off too. So normal bookshelf, can't do anything with it. Now this is called a bookshelf chest. It's one of the mods that we have. It's charm. It says on the top there. So it's one of the mods that we have. So you can actually store books in the bookshelf, and when it's full, it looks a little bit different than your vanilla bookshelf. So you can still kind of tell them apart, and there's another one over here. So as you add and take away books, it actually changes the appearance of the bookshelf. See that? Now I gotta remember which ones I took out. But yeah, so that's a really cool thing I find really interesting there. So yeah, this is just a temporary setup. That will change. Let me go ahead and hop on this guy, and we'll give you... Oh, and I have a rainbow root on my sword, so it shines all different colors. So yeah, so let's go ahead and back out a little bit here. So I got this nice little pathway. I think it's going to be this polished marble slab, which marble is another block that's in the mod pack, but not in vanilla, of course. These are the pandas working on breeding. So this is kind of like my main area where I'm staying right now, so that's why it's kind of really messy here. I will warn you, there are chest monsters all over this world in different sections as I'm working on different things. Like I said, still majorly a work in progress. I've been working on this like 2 weeks. So the pandas, I'm breeding them. I'm trying to get all 7 different varieties. I haven't got there yet. And so with the cubs that are not the types I need to continue breeding, I'm literally filling chests depending on what type they are. So you see we have the angry panda here. And then we had the playful panda, if she'll look at us. There she is. This is, I think, yin and yang, if I ever renamed this guy. Yeah. So the pandas are named. These guys are actually going to go into the exhibit when the exhibit's ready. But they have, like, different faces and stuff. So I'm trying to get all the different faces that they have. They also have different behaviors depending on the face. But yeah, so... As you can see, this is the stable area. This was my first breeding project on here, was trying to breed a good horse. Now, this is a decent horse. It runs 1 lower block per second than the max. This guy's faster, but he doesn't jump as high as this guy does. So, this is this is Panda I'm riding. She's a good horsey. But I've had to breed a lot of horses to try to get good horses. So, these are mostly horses that I'm not going to be breeding. I'm not going to be keeping. I don't know what I'm doing with them yet. This is a server with other people. I was kind of hoping I could get them away, but there's not too many other people. This is a private server. So, one of my friends is begging me for them. He wants to turn them into leather. Not really cool with that. Yeah, there's also a village over there, which is great. That's where I actually keep my villagers still in that village. And just that way they are going to be villagers in the zoo when it's done as like merchants or something. But they're not going to be good villagers. They're just going to be kind of maybe farmers or something. Something kind of convenient but not really good. Not my librarians or anything. Something I'll probably use. But that way, just in case a raid's triggered. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure that out because those stupid pillagers like to spawn everywhere. Anyway, so we'll go this way. Oh, I've also got pigs down here. So this is my first actual completed pen. I'm pretty sure it's completed. We got a few pigs in here. They're more for decoration. I don't come in here and breed them and sell them. Oh, this is another thing. So you see all the different textures of the pigs. This is a feature from one of the mods. I forgot which mod it is, and it doesn't tell me. I think it's Quark. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. It's probably not. It's probably the other one that goes hand in hand with Quark that I can't remember the name of. But yeah, so there's a variety of colors. This is all of them. But I've got a couple of each, and yeah, they kind of all just hang out in that corner, though. They don't really explore, like, their little manger and stuff. But yeah. Oh, this thing. This is cool. So this is a horse speed tester. This is how I determine what horses are good and what horses are not. Because when you're riding them, it can feel fast, but it's not. It might be a little laggy because this guy's a 13 and it just rang up a 12. So, yeah, I do recommend doing multiple tests just in case your connection to the server isn't that great. because this guy's still ringing up a 12, but I know that he's a 13. Excuse me. Maybe he is a 12. No, he got 13 at some point in time. So yeah, there he goes. It's just, yeah, the highest they can go is the next light up, which is 14. Anyway, okay, so back to the world and the world tour. We'll sleep real quick. So one feature I want is I want each corner of the map, of that path, this path here, to go through something interesting. When I built the barn, I realized it'd be really neat to have some kind of like interactable thing that you kind of rode through to kind of gives you more immersed into the environment. Because while I do want the zoo to be traveled by horse because it's most convenient, I also realize you're going to pass through exhibits really, really quickly, and it may be very easy to not get immersed into it as much, not really see all the details, not see as much. So I did want the horseback trail, the main trail that goes around, to kind of get immersed in each section in some way, shape, or form. So I built the stables here. That gave me the idea. And then I realized, I didn't go over. So I told you that this one is going to be warm. This one's going to be cold. This is going to be our coral reefy kind of biome. I don't know what I'm calling it yet. It's like our oceany water animals, but not the cod and the salmon. They're going to go in the cold biome with like the polar bear, I think. I've got a good plan for them. Right, so let me go ahead and kind of explain a little bit. This mountain, it was mostly natural. I had to expand on this side a little bit more. But I decided I wanted the path to kind of between different sections. I didn't just want a sign, welcome to this section. I decided I wanted to kind of give you some kind of other way that you're, something kind of notable, some kind of pretty scenery you're kind of going through, which you probably wouldn't find in a normal zoo. I don't know how this is going to look when the zoo is done, because I kind of planned on denaturifying a lot of it. We'll see. But yeah, so you go into this cave, it's nowhere near done. This is a basic shell of what this is going to be. This is not the finished product. I'm thinking of having some water in here. Yeah, so, there's new ores with some of the mods. You'll see that as well. So, yeah, this is the idea. This is supposed to be a cave. I'm going to beautify it, make it really cool looking. But you kind of go through this little cave with, like, a water feature or something, and the water is going to flow or something. I don't know yet. But anyway, then you go down here. And now we're in, like, the aquarium section where the water mobs are going to be. So I decided I'm going to make a really, really nice size coral reef. I ignore the chests. They will not be here when it's complete. This is just all the supplies that I'm needing for everything. Mainly this stuff. This stuff's the blocks for, like, this area. And here's the coral I have so far. Not near enough. Yeah, it's going to have, like, this glass tunnel. I'm still trying to figure out design on a lot of this, but I'm working on, like, the actual aquarium now. But, yeah, so ideally, what's going to happen for sure, is that goes up to level 70. If you can see on the map, we're at 58 right now. So it goes up another 12 blocks. You're going to actually be able to have the experience, well, not you specifically, but on the server, people will be able to jump in here and swim around with the squid. Well, maybe not the squid. I'm debating on the squid. The dolphins, the tropical fish, and some pufferfish. Not many pufferfish, but I am going to place a couple in here. You hear them swell up. They don't kill you. They don't seem to swell up around the other fish. I think it will be okay to have a couple, and I'm hoping if they're a problem, I'll go take them out later. But, yes, so this whole area right here, everywhere the sand is, I just finished this floor today. I might add some more details like hills and stuff, but I finished the, like, actually putting the sand down. And underneath it's all slabs to make sure that I can't accidentally mine into it. So yeah, it's going to be this really, hopefully fairly deep, like 12 blocks deep area where you can swim with the fishies, and then there's this tunnel, there's this glass tunnel that's going to continue. Now this glass block, this is from Create, the mod Create. It's really cool because it gives you like a borderless view. Except around, like, it's less borders than the other ways anyway, the vanilla. So, anyway, so this is going to be an aquarium. It's a long way to go, but it's getting there. And I mean, you can even see on the map there. I mean, I still have to knock out a lot of the like floating dirt blocks and stuff. Because you can see it's complete, but you can't see it complete on the map because there's a lot of still terrain floating over it. I'm going to do something fun with these walls, I think. I'm going to save that for the next update because I think by then I should have at least, kind of you'll be able to see what I'm doing. But I've got a cool idea for the walls. Alright, and then, so I haven't decided, once again, this is the border right here. There will be some kind of entrance. I haven't figured that out yet. There's going to be something notable here so you realize you're transitioning, but I don't know what it is yet. But if we go down here, you'll see this is where our wolves are going to be, in this pen right here. So they'll have a mountain. I'm going to make like an actual den out of it so they have a little place to go, but I got to figure it out where you can still kind of see them. Wolves also have multiple colors in this, so it'll be really interesting to see. Maybe 6 wolves in here, maybe 5. I don't remember how many colors there are. There's 5 or 6, so I'll have one of each color. There's also a way to keep animals as babies forever, so I'm going to look into that. These are not going to be tame mobs, by the way, because if they were tame, they would just sit there, they wouldn't move. They're going to be name-tagged wild mobs. And that way, I can place them down, I can name them. They won't despawn, they'll run around, they'll chase any skellies that spawn in there, which they shouldn't. I'm going to lay everything up. Haven't figured out how to do that with snow yet. But yeah, they're going to be, very happy in there. I think it's big enough for them. And then on this side is going to be our polar bear, which I have not done any work at all on the pen besides, this is what the wall is going to look like. It's going to be a marble vertical slab, which is something Minecraft really, really needs, and a glass pane on top. Okay, so, but the fun thing is, when you're on this path, on this track, you're going to be able to come down here, and you're going to be able to see the polar bear. Actually, I think I need off the horse for this one. Hopefully, she won't go anywhere. So this is going to be a pond, and the level's going to be at that grass block, and these glass blocks up here. And so you're going to be able to see if the polar bear does decide to jump in the water, which I doubt, because they don't do that in Minecraft. But if he does, you'll be able... There goes that panda. You'll be able to see the polar bear kind of swim around. Now, it's not going to be like real life, because real life, they'll actually come under, and they'll do the cool things, and you'll actually be able to see them really well. So, it's not going to be that interesting, but it's something normally you find in polar bear exhibits. So, I'm also going to put the salmon in here, possibly salmon and cod. But at least salmon. I think both, because I think it's the best place. Oh, that scared me for a second. I thought, these horses, I wish they would just stay put. I have the book, and I normally try to put them in books, but I feel bad for putting her in a book all the time. But, yeah, she's in a book now. And this is going to be the wolf pen, so you can come down here, and you'll kind of be able to see some of the wolves and stuff. There'll be trees and bushes and stuff. So it's going to look really, really cool in there for them. But, yeah, you'll be able to kind of see, the wolves and stuff. Now, one thing I do want, I don't know if it's going to happen, is I would like to be able to keep a couple beds at each corner. Some kind of, little mini base, maybe even hidden if I have to. So, because it doesn't really make sense. It's in the loft of the horse ranch, that makes sense. But beds just kind of sitting out here don't make sense. So I think I will have to create some kind of maybe underground hidden thing where the beds go. Alright, so let's continue on. And then there will be other paths. This is not going to be the only path. So there will be other paths that kind of go around maybe the exhibits and intertwine between them. And we'll check out that white tower in a couple minutes. We'll check it out last. But yeah, so you'll be able to mingle and stuff. But this is the one designed for riding a horse on. So this is the main one you're going to use if you're just coming to do a quick look at the zoo. No, actually the corner's up here. But I do want to show you. So I'm also going to have bats. And my plan is to have a bat cave that you can actually enter. And the bats will be kind of flying around. So I'm going to have a double door system set up. So you can come in. But then the door shuts behind you, and then you open another door, and you go in. And that way, if the bats do fly through the door when you come through, they don't go outside. They just end up in the first room, and then I can catch them and then put them back in here. So you're going to have, this is once again bare bones, it's going to change. You're going to have basically a path, it's very similar to this, going through a cave, and there's just going to be like 30 bats in here, I'm thinking. I want lots of bats. I also want the cave fairly, like it's going to be kind of narrow, so you can't really wander off too far, but it's going to be like, you know, decent. And I want to make sure there's always a couple of bats around you. So I want lots of bats. I'm going to do something similar with the parrots, where you kind of walk into a similar thing. So once again, you're going to have like the airlock almost chamber kind of thing where they can't escape. And then you come out here. Now, the fun thing is, this is another border, which means something needs to go here as a kind of transition piece, just to go in between the two. This I haven't decided with yet. I don't know what's going on with this mountain. I think it's coming down. But yeah, and then you come down here. This is another corner. I haven't done anything yet on this corner. The pandas will be here, I believe. I'm actually trying to think of a way to get them on both sides and them to be able to cross over, like maybe with a bridge over top or something. Or underneath maybe, something like that. You'll be able to see the pandas here. Because they're really our big thing. I mean, I don't know. I'm still thinking about it and trying to figure out exactly what I want there. Okay, somebody died here. And then this is the transition back to the horse, or to the farmland, the domestic animals, the ranch kind of thing. So what I'm thinking for the transition is a mountain here with a river flowing down, or a waterfall flowing down that runs into this river and feeds this river. I haven't got it all figured out yet, but this is just a vague bare bones. That's what I'm doing in this section. Okay, so we'll go ahead and go to the tower. There's beds there so I can sleep, because I think the phantoms might not be happy with me right now. No, I did just sleep. It's all good. Okay. So this is, you know, like everything else, not quite completed, but still pretty bare bones here. But this is the exact center where the crafting table is of the zoo area. Let me go ahead and sleep so it's a little bit brighter in here. Now, we are on slabs, which means mobs won't spawn in this no matter how dark it is. So, and then there's stairs here. Like, there's a couple spots that would be spawnable on top of this marble for sure, but yeah, so this is the structure right now for this tower. Now, the plan with this tower is going to go all the way up to build height. I want it to go all the way up there. Which is way up here. Now, sadly, this, okay, so we're about there. Sadly, so a little bit shorter than this. 256 is build height, so right here is how far it needs to go. Now, sadly, this server does have short render distance, just, you know, to help the performance and everything else understandable. But the downside is that means that the best view is, well, I mean, even with 16 chunks, is the best view at build height? Not really. The best view is going to be somewhere in between, and I need to figure out where that is. Because this tower is going to go all the way up, but there is going to be a platform somewhere for ideal viewing. So you can kind of step out and you can look out at the different biomes that are within render range, and you can see. I haven't really figured out what I'm doing with this tower and how I'm detailing it, what it's going to look like, nothing like that yet. It's kind of bare bones. Yeah, so we can do like maybe a flyover, and you can kind of see what I'm working with and what it looks like from above. So, there's the aquarium from above. Oh! I was gonna go over, and then I thought, ooh, I'll go through it. I'm not good with the elytra. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, there's the horses that I don't know what to do with. Here's the jumping thing to test them for jumping. Cows. The stable, the pigs. Yeah. It's got a lot of work left to do, but I've made some fairly decentish progress. Yeah, just fly out of there. I don't want to die. Yeah. So, let's go ahead and end it here. Yeah, this is my world. This is what I have so far. This is what I'm working on. This is just a quick check-in for myself, so I can look back later and see how far I've come on this. But also for you guys, anybody that's out there watching, I certainly welcome any input you have, any suggestions, any feedback. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this, and let me know what you think so far. Alright, thanks so much. Bye.